Clem. Yeah, you got to be over here.
Previously on Hard Knocks.
Michael Agnew, who are you? You're terrible. I would cut you today if I was the general manager. I would cut you.
Hey, John. I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired right now. I'm acting not to look tired.
What's up, Eric?
Hey, yes, definitely.
How you doing?
Well, then you know, the cold tub and a cigarette. I'm good.
7-Eleven. Open for business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Didn't bang it on anything, didn't fall on or anything, just, like I said, maybe it's father time.
Back to throw, looking, fires, oh no, touchdown! Charles Clay wide open! That's a hell of a throw. That's why they drafted him.
Chad Johnson, currently in Broward County Jail in Florida, arrested Saturday night on a charge of domestic violence.
It's not really just last night or that. It's just, you know, where we are as a program and where you are and where we're headed. You know, I just think it's best for both of us to part ways at this point.
Talking to number 58, starting linebacker Carlos Dansby, 2 days after Chad Johnson was arrested. You are now on record saying that you are not in line necessarily with the organization.
Oh, man, it's going to be an even bigger distraction right now, you know, I think, because of the simple fact we let him go. He was going to be our guy. We had to stand behind him, man, even though the situation came about. I just hate the fact that he didn't get that third strike, you know, and for him to be in this situation, man, is unfortunate. And it's out of character for him, you know, and I just hate we just didn't stand behind him. I know the guys in the locker room would, but like I said, the organization felt a totally different way about the situation.
There was 12 things that I really wanted the staff to emphasize in 2012. 12 do's, if you will. Please do this. And 12 don'ts. Please don't do that. And one of the things that I put down on that dozen do's was to be supportive. And it's not even about, you know, the decision last night. But my point is, you know, fast forward about 3 weeks. All right, we're going to have to cut this team to 53 guys. Okay, and there's going to be some tough decisions that are going to have to be made. And you're not going to agree with every decision that Jeff makes or the input that I have into it. But at the end of the day, you got to be supportive. Ultimately, you got to have faith in the direction of the program. What I want you to do is, if you have a problem, you know, go see your coach. Go see me. You know, I'm open to discuss anything with anybody. If you got a sincere problem, you can come and talk about it.
Hey, yeah, quick question. Yes, sir. For both of you guys, me and Carlos and Big 77, we want to know if there's a time today where we can get together, meet with you guys, and just talk about.
They were told not to throw, coach.
In regard to?
In regard to Chad. Chad, if we can just get together and talk about something that we thought about what you guys might like to do.
We can talk, yeah. I'll pick up and see whenever you want.
Hey, Coach, this is not necessarily an attempt to try to get Chad back. It's more so just for the leader guys in leadership positions to have a system that we can kind of go by. If there's a guy that's in trouble, we feel like we can do something for him. Mm-hmm. We can help him out or set some parameters and guidelines for him before you guys make a decision. We can help him out some kind of way before. Right. And obviously with Chad, this is obviously coming out of the situation with Chad. Sure. Given, you know, what happened with him and the things that he did, we understand that obviously since he got here, it was a little bit of a, you know, media mess. And we felt like maybe if we could have stepped in as a group from a leadership standpoint, maybe we might have been able to save him.
I mean, if there's something to learn from this, I mean, what?
Yeah, I think just the alert guys, like, okay, this player may be pushing it to the limit, and we need to do something to slow him down. Y'all need to get in his ear. Mm-hmm. Let us know. We're definitely put to the side. Hey, man, look, we can't have this, bro. We need you around.
The last couple of years, we haven't been good enough as players, holding the players accountable. We started getting better at it last year, near the end of the year, but we need to establish that.
Well, I mean, do we need to have a leadership council, 3 or 4 or 5 guys that we visit once a week or something, or I can share my concerns, you guys can share yours? Would that be something beneficial?
We feel like that. I definitely feel like that would help us stay in tune with players and help you guys out too as well.
What if the 3 of us met, or you 3 guys and myself, next week, we don't need to necessarily make, anything formal yet. We'll talk about the road trip. We'll talk about what I thought about it. You guys can, like to get feedback from you guys. And then maybe what we'll do is kind of have it as an informal thing until we get to 53 players. Don't you think? I mean, I don't know if we want to do anything official yet, but I think it's great. I'm all for it. I'm glad you came up. I'll put something on the calendar for the road game. All right? Appreciate you coming up. Thanks. All right. Thank you. All right, Reggie. Yeah, thank you.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing. Everything is gonna be alright.
It's gonna be alright.
Matt, did you enjoy the music? I know you'd like it.
Everything is gonna be alright.
After a preseason game, now you got to come back into the grind. We're going to be good as long as you guys keep working that way. Okay? Call us out.
Let's go self-evaluation. Hump week this week. Let's grind. Tight ends. 1, 2, 3. Tight ends.
Hump Week. When real pros like Reggie Bush shake off fatigue and go even harder.
I like his approach. I like his seriousness. He doesn't say a ton, but his example has been excellent on the practice field. He told me he feels he's as ready to go as he's ever been in his NFL career.
You talked about yourself trying to lead the league in rushing. You set up a high bar for yourself.
Yeah. I believe in setting the highest goals possible. If you're not setting the highest goals and standards for yourself, then you don't belong in this game. My personal goals this year are to, one, run for 4 yards every time I touch the ball. I would love to be the leading rusher in the NFL when it's all said and done. I want to be a leader. I'm trying to take on that role in that position. That's something that I can help offer.
It's hard if you're a young running back or receiver or skill guy to walk by Reggie pulling his sled after practice and you're sucking on a Gatorade going in to eat. He's helped us and other guys to do a little bit more.
Quarterbacks. Get some work.
Come on, baby. You got to make it a daily routine, you know? The more that the players can kind of take control of this team, I think the better for us. When a coach is just constantly harping on rules, it's kind of like having your parents talk to you. When your brothers, your teammates get in your face and talk to you, I think it resonates a little more.
All the way, man.
A running back goes only as far as his offensive line takes him. So Miami is hoping second-round pick Jonathan Martin is the kind of player going places.
There you go. Very smart. He doesn't say much at all. He just works hard. So we gave him a funny-looking haircut, and we just call him a big weirdo. It fits you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Big weirdo. Like, what's that supposed to mean? It's weird looking. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? You don't say much.
Yeah, big weirdo.
Big weirdo.
He doesn't talk, okay, which is a pleasure. Overall, he gets it. He understands what it takes. He's doing everything that we expected that he would do. You just got to leave him there and let him do it. I think game one, he'll be the right tackle.
John Jerry was once a lot like Martin, a player with a huge upside. Right now, he's just huge.
He has phenomenal physical talents and physical abilities. But is he as good at 360 as he would be at 330? No.
Yeah, there you go, John. There you go, John. You're skinnier today, John. What's your weight?
I put it to him like this. If you don't lose the weight, the people that you're hurting are the players on this team. You're being disloyal to them.
John Jerry's got down to 356, still overweight. First two weigh-ins, we had 4 each time, is that right? Overweight, and now we're down to 1 guy overweight.
John Jerry, I see a player descending fast. I don't see it. And I was a John Jerry fan in many camps and whatnot, trying to get him going, but he's going the other way.
Jerry is just unreliable. Like, if you watch the tape on Jerry, he's a catastrophe on tape today. So pressure by the right guard, 74. Bad feed by the right guard. Bad set by the right guard. Terrible job by the right guard. Bad everything by the right guard. Some guys just don't get it, and you got to show them, and you got to lead them to it. And I'm trying to do that right now. If he buys in, he'll be an all-pro. If he buys in, he will be one of the best players that we have on that offensive line, without question. And they all know it. I'm going to help him see that. And if he doesn't see it, that's on him.
Well, you've done everything you can.
Except for what I'm about to do. I mean, I'm going to put it on John Jerry and really make him take the reps tomorrow. Instead of lightening his load, I say we double his load and hammer him. And I mean hammer him. I'm going to go after that guy right now.
Hey, who got some water, bro?
Chad, chill for me, I'm tired.
Taking a shit ton of reps.
Going up.
Veteran guard Eric Steinbach was signed as insurance in the event John Jerry does fail, but his roster spot isn't assured. He missed all of last year with a back injury, and he still needs time to reacclimate to the rigors of life in the NFL trenches.
Steinbach, I mean, he's solid, but he's stiff right now. He's struggling to bend his knee, and he had the one QB hit right off the bat. Is his body back to what it once was? You know, he's not back to what he once was, of course.
Hey, Coach, how's it going? All right, how you doing? Sit down. All right, from football. Now you got to, in between all the X's and O's, you got to sit down. Keep moving.
You got what?
I'm saying you got to sit down and with people all day long. Huh?
That's all right.
That's all right. How's it going? It's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why I wanted to come up. I mean, you know as well as I do, with what's going on right now on film, that the product that I thought I had and you were bringing me in for is not what I'm exactly showing out there. And I know there's no excuses, but physically, it's starting to come to a point. I'm at a crossroad here, and I don't even want to bring up the word retire right now. But I'm not playing the football I played, for 8 years in the NFL, 125 games or whatever, college. I'm not doing that right now. I think that's what's killing me, is to go home at night and know that I'm out there putting this shit on tape.
As you know, I mean, there's a host of factors that go into this thing. I don't want to kill you, I'd love to have you on the ball club. I mean, trust me, I would love to have you on the club, because you're exactly the kind of guy I want to have on the team.
I do. Almost like I need a day here to let this marinate.
Yeah.
Right.
See what happens.
No, I like that plan.
All right. Go ahead, Caleb, cite it. Welcome to the rookie.
Welcome to the Rookie Show 2012. We going first. I'm Keiston Randall.
I'm OB.
Coaching staff lookalikes. He a boxing trainer. All right, I got 12 lookalikes. No offense to anyone who gets offended. Rocking the stash. All right, my boy John Jerry. Last off, boy Jake Moss. So here we have O-line coach Jim Turner.
John Jerry, you fucking bastard. You're 360 pounds, and you couldn't move a fucking second grader off the ball. As soon as the ball snapped, everyone's fast off the ball, and all of a sudden, here's you. Oh. Oh.
We are El Guapo.
Let's ride, Choncho. I'm sorry for the Ferrari, but that don't mean I can't get you there. I picture the moon. I got some news for you. Oh, really hate your ass. I see you driving around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you and fuck her too. So there's pain in my chest. I still wish you the best with the fuck you.
Rookie show was a hit.
Very good. Was it clean or relatively speaking?
No.
Okay. Not clean. But
It was relatively in a respectful manner.
Right.
There was a couple of problems.
Well, yeah, no, I know.
It was certainly
Clean.
It was pretty good.
In his first training camp as an NFL head coach, there isn't a single detail that escapes Joe Philbin's attention.
What are you here to stay?
kidding around, joking around, taking it easy. The shoe Nazi, that's what they're going to call me. Should have got some dimmers on these big whites. Make a note, make sure we talk about that rug that we want to take with us on the road. And next time, why don't you put a couple bracelets on? You got your watch, you got your wedding ring, you got, why don't you get about 3 or 4 bracelets and you'll be all set. Okay. Is said goalpost in the location desired at this particular point in time? Your notes are written in red, correct?
Okay, yes, sir.
Field location.
Yes,
in a pinkish red, hue, I would like to call it. So my point to you is, the hue is red, why don't we contrast the pen color? So, write it down in blue. Matt Moore, what's the condition of our locker room?
It's a 7 out of 10, Coach.
I'd say we got some work to do. I'd say it's about a 3. What's that wrapper there? Is that yours? Yeah, pick it up. That's like my kids saying their room's clean at home. You know what I mean?
Every detail counts, no matter how small. It's the perfectionist in him. Every day is equally meticulous. It's a 3-step process that begins at morning practice, where a particular play or technique is taught.
So it's getting all the weight on the heels. And you're going to get off balance. So make sure you pick your butt up in the air and get your shoulders down. Put the weight on the balls of your feet. Understand?
Step 2 is film study, where the morning's play or technique is reviewed.
Vontae, for sure, you got to hang in there now. All right? We want to get in a good stance, good bent knee stance in everything we do.
And finally, step 3, the evening walkthrough, where the day's lesson is perfected.
This is comfortable. This hurts, but your weight is on the balls of your feet. Butt up. It's like you got a little bar stool on it. Butt up, shoulders down.
The 3-pronged approach seems to be helping cornerback Vontae Davis, who's overcome his early trouble in camp.
Vontae, I thought, had his best day today. He just looked more comfortable with himself.
The entire Dolphin team is a work in progress. Far from perfect, but getting better day by day.
Waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm waking up. Don't make my system blow. Welcome to the new age. To the new age. Welcome to the new age. To the new age.
After undergoing knee surgery, quarterback David Garrard has a new daily routine.
It's coming good. Doctors and all the trainers say it looks real good. We're just going to keep rehabbing it, keep working to, get it back to 100%. We don't get to play this game forever. We're just going to battle back from it and let the chips lie where they are. I don't have a crystal ball, but, I'm just going off the 2 to 4 weeks the doctor said, and hopefully I can make it back within somewhere in that time range.
With David out now for however long, what's the plan to split the reps at quarterback? Do you envision Ryan and Matt getting 50-50 with the first team? Or?
We're going to kind of, our plan right now is we're going to kind of let things play out. The good news is all the quarterbacks are getting plenty of work right now. And then as the week progresses, we're going to, kind of make a decision.
Matt Moore started for the Dolphins last season. He's not giving up his job easily.
That's a hell of a throw, Matt. Nice job. Good location on that one, Matt.
There you go. Good start, Matt.
I thought Matt made some pretty good throws today.
Yeah. There you go.
Good feet here, Matt. We need a lot of work on this.
The biggest thing for me right now is my footwork. I think, playing quarterback or playing any position, I think in most sports, it all starts with your feet.
Being more balanced, under center on your 5-step drops. You see that lean right there as you come back? So now you got to transfer all your way back forward. So as we work these 5-step drops, I just want you to focus on your upper body being consistent throughout your drop and being more balanced.
There's times where maybe I get a little sloppy and it affects my throw, affects my accuracy and things like that. Oh, shit.
Consistency with his footwork is going to lead to more consistency with his accuracy.
Am I up or Ryan?
Ryan's up. Ryan.
You want to play today? If you don't want to play, I'll play. You don't want to.
This is Ryan Tannehill's first training camp. And like every rookie, he's got to get through hump week.
We got to complete that, Ryan. Come on.
Getting into the middle of training camp, everyone's getting a little tired. Body's just natural wear of camp. So everyone's working hard to stay fresh and stuff, fighting off little things, arm soreness.
And as we come around, I'm not trying to wear your arm out, but get your shoulders square at your target.
28, go. Wow. Lead him outside.
I'm tough on myself. I want to go out every day and improve.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a terrible ball.
I think if you get complacent and happy with where you're at, you're going to stop moving forward. So I always want to stay on myself to get better every day and learn from my mistakes.
A little behind. A little behind. Can't give credit where credit is not due.
Do you see at any point in time before the preseason that Tannehill would be the starting quarterback?
It could be. No, I could see that possibly happening.
If he's got to have it. I think he has to have a chance with the run offense at some point in preseason. To get a true look at him as a player, you have to insert him in with the ones, not just with one players around him, but with one players he's going up against, and see if those windows that are real tight get a little bit tighter, that those safeties creep down a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage and positions where they can possibly knock down or intercept the ball. So he needs to be in that situation.
All right. Okay, as we go into the game, okay, so Ryan, you're starting the game, okay? Depending on, like last game, you got in with like 3 minutes left in the half, so it just kind of depends on the ball. I'd like to get you in the second quarter. My plan would be about 8 minutes left in the second quarter, okay? But we'll see how the snaps play out. Ideally, when this game ends, I'd like to see around 30, around 25, around 10, okay?
Ooh, 88! Yep. The Dolphins' second preseason game might be a boon for Pat Devlin. With David Garrard out, the long shot QB is getting more reps and praise.
Nice ball, 7.
I'll tell you, Pat Devlin threw a couple nice balls. I didn't watch the threes.
It's a good ball right there, Pat. It's the best play of the drill. Good job.
He reminds me of Romo, when Romo was just like him before he started. Just his awareness and all that stuff, and some of his niftiness.
Devlin's fired up. See, Devlin!
The only question harder to answer than who'll be throwing the ball is who's going to catch it. The Dolphins have nearly a dozen receivers vying for 5, maybe 6 roster spots.
Receivers, a great opportunity for people to step up and say, I'm the guy. I'm the guy. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be that guy. There's a select group right there that someone has to come out of that pack, and that hasn't been demonstrated just yet. And if you have a chance to do something in the game or in the practice, you're going to make the best of your opportunity. So I challenge you guys to do that. We're going to have some questions answered after Friday night about those receivers, so we're all bunched together.
Steiny, we all right today? You in today?
Just going to see how it goes, man.
Yeah.
We're going to get through today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a walkthrough, traveling.
Yep.
Get the game. He obviously helps,
After sitting out practice for much of the week, guard Eric Steinbach's status for tomorrow night's game in Carolina is uncertain.
Seriously, how do you feel today?
To be honest, I think it's about a 30 to 40% change in more so like the pain kind of leaving, you know, the knees and stuff. Today when I went out there in practice, it honestly felt a little bit better. Not a drastic change.
I mean, I'm a little queasy about putting you in the game at this stage.
Right.
Because I don't want you to get.
Right.
You know, you've had a great career. I'm not saying it's over. I mean, you know, I don't want you to go out. You know, I'm not sure.
Expose myself a little bit?
I mean, no, seriously.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, you know, you haven't, you know, I would feel better if you had a couple of, you know, to rush everything. I'd feel better if you had a couple good practices in you, to be quite honest with you.
Say I do relax then for, you know, tomorrow, Friday, and I hit the ground running Sunday or Monday when we return to practice and I have a full week. That's going to be the gauge if I can run. Say I can get out of my stance now and cut off the nose or reach a 3.
My plan right now is to kind of think not play in the game.
Right.
So I don't even know if it would work out. I mean,
let's research it. Yeah,
I'll ask some questions and figure that out. All right?
All right, I like it. I like the plan.
Very good.
All right, thank you.
All right, Steiny.
See you down there later tonight?
Behave yourself.
Definitely.
Just like you did in the old days.
Yeah, that's right.
It will be Ryan Tannehill for the Miami Dolphins, and he will face that first-team defense of the Carolina Panthers.
Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, preseason game number 2 of 2012. The Dolphins visiting the Carolina Panthers.
You're going to be an opening day starter. This will be a big, big game for him.
How you doing? Good. It's awesome. Good. Look like a jungle cat right now. Yeah. Yeah.
With Chad Johnson gone, the race is on among the wide receivers to see who can fill his role. The first-rounder's first start starts badly. Things are even worse for second-round pick Jonathan Martin, number 71.
Watch him. He's oversetting. 71's overset.
A single bad hour in the game undoes a whole week of good practice.
Tackle good beat again.
Am I on drugs?
Put your body in front of those guys. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, come here, both of you. Come here. Listen up. You gotta step up and you gotta finish better. Period.
Welcome to the NFL. You got me right in the chest.
Somebody's gotta make a play. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 3rd and 10 from the 34, Cam Newton has plenty of time, and he completes the pass.
I got to believe Kevin Quayle's not real happy what he's seeing on this drive.
Oh, my God! What the hell are we doing? Touchdown.
Panthers extend the lead now, 17-0.
We're going to find out about some of these guys here tonight. They got an opportunity because the way this group is playing, yeah, there's going to be spots to be won.
The Dolphins are losing, but they're nobody's pushover.
There's a lot of talking going on, and there's a lot of pushing after the play. And again, you gotta walk away. And you know it's Steve Smith's game. You know he's gonna yap, and you just can't let him get to you.
Personal foul. Defense, number 21.
Vontae's not gonna back down.
And Vontae's not going to make any friends on that Dolphin coaching staff either.
He's talking to the head man right now.
Come here. What happened? Just tell me what happened. What happened?
After the whistle, he doing that sort of stuff. Blocking after the whistle. What am I supposed to do? He blocking me after the whistle. I'm like, hold the whistle, bro. Man, fuck this. Boom. So I signed his ass, man.
In the second quarter, something clicks. Tannehill is sharp, and one receiver looks better than the next.
Tannehill going to throw right side, caught on the far sideline by Roberto Wallace.
The strong arm, quick decisions, and the fast release. That combination means he's going to be a quarterback.
Good job by the quarterback. Everybody settle down, right? I know I'm talking to myself. Hey, we got to get this in. Let's get this in the end zone.
Gonna get a touchdown here.
Come on, stick this in.
15th play of the drive coming up via handoff. Thomas burrowing towards the end zone. Touchdown.
Ryan Tannehill getting his confidence, guys. He is really starting to feel it.
Atta baby.
That wasn't easy. Well, pretty.
Hey, that was a big drive, baby.
How many plays for that?
You know, like, shit. 15 play drive. Yeah, 15 play drive.
24 plays.
That was like giving birth.
Halftime here at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte.
That's not the Miami Dolphins that I was expecting to see in the first 30 minutes. I got to be honest with you. I thought we were going to play a hell of a lot better. But we got 30 minutes to play the game the right way.
Michael Agnew needs a good second half. But the third-round pick's up-and-down camp continues in Carolina.
Let's go, 8-4. Make your mark.
Hey, let's go. Fuck these people. Let's go. Go.
Moore up the middle and off the hands of Michael Agnew, the tight end.
Holy cannoli.
Go block for him. Go block for him. Block for him. Hey, listen to me. When your teammate catches a ball, when Lamar breaks that, go block for him. You understand? Don't loaf down the field watching him run. Go block for him. Okay? You drop a ball, fine. Go fucking block for him, please. The ones that can bounce back are the ones that can play and play solid in this league. That's what you got to do. Put it behind you. Put it behind you. I want to see how you respond. If you let that get to you, we're going to know what you're about. But if you come back and you finish this game out strong, then we're going to know who you are.
Ready?
Wants the pass, dropping back, had some time. Goes over the middle, thick, then catches it at the 40.
Hey, boy! Yes! And a kid, that's what I'm talking. That's what I want to see all the time. That's good. Now we're talking.
Things are looking up for John Jerry, too. The big man has made big strides this week.
Oh, he looks good, huh? I'll tell you, John Jerry's playing his balls off right now. I ain't taking him out either.
I don't know, bro. I'm just trying to make the most of what I got. You know what I'm saying? I know they're watching me, so I got to do good.
Chris Hogan, the receiver who's called 7-Eleven because he's always open, shows he has some power, too.
Devlin underneath to Hogan. Hogan breaks the tackle. Hogan inside the 30-yard line. Chris Hogan wouldn't go down and gets 19 yards.
Attaboy, Hoagie!
Hoagie breaking tackles. Breaking tackles. Nice job. Hogan's going to be like a cult hero.
With a dozen receivers fighting for jobs, there's a good chance someone else will play the hero next time.
Second down and goal, looking that way. Pass is caught. Fighting for the end zone.
He's in. He's in. Who was that?
Touchdown. Matthews gets in. Great effort by Rashad Matthews, who was stopped at the 2-yard line and was determined to go in for the score, and he did.
It's a good job.
Good job, man. Good job.
Good job.
Hogan and Rashad Matthews providing a spark.
Hey, get that ball for him.
Great effort by this big kid.
That's a hell of a job. Hell of a job. Hey, get that football.
Let's go win it. Let's go win it.
This is heaven for a coach, a 2-minute drill at the end of a football game with a chance to win it. This is the kind of experience you want your team to have.
And a bunch of young guys getting an opportunity to show coach what they can do in crunch time at the end of a game.
They work on this all the time in practice.
And here's Devlin's pass, and it's caught. Good catch by Matthews, who holds onto the ball after the big hit.
Nice. Let's go, Devlin.
Fourth down and 10. Stepping up, and the pass is going to be caught by Rashad Matthews, and it'll be a first down. The clock is running under a minute to go.
The stadium abuzz from the fourth. 29. Here it comes, Pat Devlin. Eyeballing at Delaware's finest. He gets a good pass rush on the outside.
Devlin's pass caught inside the 5 by Chris Hogan.
A nice catch by the Hogan.
You got to hurry.
No sign, and they're going to go in the shotgun. They're not clocking it here.
Get in there! Get in there, you son of a bitch!
11 seconds to go. Here is Devlin.
He sees it. He tosses.
And Devlin throws it and is intercepted.
Oh, no.
And so close to the Dolphins come to pulling this one out.
So you don't have to be a genius to figure out you can't start games down 17-0 and play like we played early in that football game. That can't happen. And I hope you all agree we're not playing like we're capable of playing. Okay? Now I can stand up here and give you, the hard-ass speech about how, we can cut your ass and all that other stuff. What we're really looking for, guys, is 53 guys who are going to do the things the right way on a consistent basis every single day, and 53 guys that we can count on. Everybody in the room's got to improve, myself included. All right? This is a we deal. We win as a team, we lose as a team.
Hump week is over. Time to head home and enjoy a day off.
This is not Chicago. This is not LA. This is not Las Vegas. This is not New York. This is Miami. This is Miami.
First touchdown NFL. Felt good, but like I said, losing is the worst thing. I bet y'all the vets are just chilling at home.
Need help?
Yeah, you want to get the fish out?
Sure.
Can you wash this out of my hair?
No.
Probably not,
This ain't
huh?
coming off.
Okay.
You're going to be the best dressed player in the NFL, man. I guarantee that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to touch one. Where do we do that?
I don't know.
You go first. Ladies first.
Okay. Wait, what? Was this a dare?
There was a large Samoan man with a paintbrush.
Will you set the table, baby?
Yeah.
Thank you.
A really nice china.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
That's amazing. Mustache, though?
Yeah. No,
Eyebrows?
leave the stash. No,
Just asking.
please, no.
Just
No.
asking.
All right, appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, baby.
Sure, honey. I'm glad you're home. How's the hair?
Looking hot.
Edge good?
How about the quarterback situation? Did that clarify itself? I mean, what's our thoughts?
I think Matt's been competing his tail off and it brings us a big spark, but I think Ryan would be the decision right now.
The Dolphins coaches have made camp's biggest decision.
Okay, one more, Ryan. Matt, and go. If we can just get 11 guys on the same page this next week, then we're in good shape. Ryan starting. I'm going to talk to you guys about that whole thing after this. All right, man. This is the tough part of the deal.
Yeah.
But, the competition has been as close as it could possibly be, all camp. You've done a heck of a job. The decision we made right now is go forward with Ryan. He needs your experience because he doesn't have the experience, and so he's going to count on you. You played as a rookie. You've been in all the situations he's about to face. I look at you as the best quarterback in the league right now. You're a great teammate, great for this room, and we're going to have a great season.
It'll be good.
All right, man.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Go meet with Coach.
I will.
He wants to talk to you.
All right.
All right, Matty.
You all right?
Doing good.
I just wanted to, you talked to Zach, you talked to Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to sit down with you individually and tell you, I can't necessarily say that it's, X percentage of passes, or it's more of a kind of a gut instinct, so to speak. I don't expect you to stand up and give me a hug and say, thanks, Joe. But, I mean, I know you're disappointed, and it's not that you, again, I can't put my finger on it necessarily. It's I have a lot of confidence in you, and I believe in you. I know your teammates believe in you. That's important to me, too.
Yeah.
You're an important guy on this team, to me, and I think to everybody.
Yeah.
And,
No, I get it. I understand. It's, I guess it's good to know.
Right.
Instead of all the questions kind of just all over the place. It's good to know. I understand. I told Zach in the beginning, as long as we know what's going on, you're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. I think everybody in that room understands. But, moving forward, I guess all I can say is that, I'm with you 100%. You know what I mean?
I believe that.
And I've been in this situation before. I've had my number called from the bench and done well, so
I'm sure you will.
I got you.
All right. I do want you to know it wasn't easy. It wasn't by no means a slam dunk, and I just, we think the world of you here.
Yep.
And we're glad you're here.
Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Yep.
Hey, Ryan. I just met with Matt. We're making the decision to go forward with you. We're counting on you to lead us to some big things this year. I told Matt this competition's as close as it could have been all fall, with you and Matt and with Dave, and Pat's done a great job for us too. So, it's like no one lost this job. It's just, I think you did enough things to win the job, and we feel like going forward, you're going to give us a great chance to win a lot of games, and win quickly. So, I'm excited.
All right.
Okay, man. Well, Coach Phil wants to visit with you. And then, tomorrow you'll be the one, taking all the reps with the ones, and so we'll go from there.
Awesome.
All right, man.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You don't tie your shoes anymore, huh? What's going on? Yeah, big time.
Gotta keep them cool, Coach.
Yeah. You talked to Zach, and you talked to Coach Sherman.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, congratulations on the one. It's well-deserved.
Thank you.
As you know, it was, you know how I feel about the quality of the guys in that room that you're a part of. And those guys, every one of them is important to me. Everybody on this team is, but I think it's a special group of guys. And so, you certainly earned this. It's not like we're handing you anything. this isn't that big of a deal. Everybody's going to make it a huge deal and try to blow it out of proportion. Tannehill's a rookie. You know, they don't have great wide receivers. Why are they putting them out there? Who's going to play the right side? They'll come up with a million reasons, okay? And they're not bad people, and that's what they get paid to do. So my point to you is, you know, I want you to be, you know, one reason we like you have a lot of poise, you have composure. You know, you know how to handle yourself. I don't need to tell you all the...
I'll throw some real fireworks to the media. How about that?
Yeah. No, we're working on keeping that to a minimum. But I think it's better for everybody. I think it's true. You know, when you look at the big picture, you're going to be the starting quarterback. It's great. You deserve it. But now we got a lot of work to do. I'd love you to say, hey, I got to improve a whole lot, and we just got to go to work. And there's no easy answers, there's no magic, and stay even, stay steady, and keep grinding away. And I'm excited about the future. So, all right,
sir.
All right, very good. Well, thanks for coming up. And looking forward to seeing you back at work tomorrow morning. We'll get at it. Okay.
Sir.
All right. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Hey, Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Great. See you soon. Get him out, buddy. Get him out.
On the next Hard Knocks, how will the rookie respond to being named the starter?
He's got a lot of confidence.
Turn the jet side run. I hit you right here. Then you can turn it up.
And the veterans prepare for their biggest game of the preseason.
You start this week? Are you starting? Nice.
Good morning, Matthew. Hello.
Pound it. Don't fuck it up.
Each Tuesday through September 4th, tune in for Hard Knocks, training camp with the Miami Dolphins. How do you think Ryan Tannehill will perform in his rookie season? You be the coach. Answer our weekly coaches poll on HBO's Facebook page. Go behind the scenes with Andre Ward and Chad Dawson when 24/7 Road to Ward Dawson premieres August 25th, leading up to their live fight September 8th. If you missed the premiere, catch a replay of Real Sports. Bryant Gumbel visits with former NFL head coach and now TV analyst John Gruden, who could still be one of the most intense people in the league.
Or Sterling Sharp or somebody today, take it personal and take it hard when you lose.
This has been a presentation of HBO Sports.